Good afternoon, folks. Today we are going to try to show you how to winterize a camper in preparing for winter. I'm going to start this out, but I've done a few preps ahead of time so we don't have to sit here and wait for water to drain while watching it. First step, we're going to flip around here. We need to go around and find your hot water heater, which I've already somewhat prepped. You pull the plug out so the water can drain. I normally will pop this check valve open to give it air to allow it to drain. And while that's draining, then we have to go inside and find the bypass for it, which we'll get to that in just a second. Okay, I've gotten to the hot water heater. And this particular unit, it's hard to see at this moment. There we go. There is just one valve, which in the normal run position is that direction. You turn it straight up for bypass. This one happens to have check valves in the other two lines. A lot of campers you'll come across will have a valve in this line, a valve in this line, and one in this line. You'll shut these two off and open this valve. So depending on your unit, you will have either 1, 2, or 3 valves you have to adjust in order to make the bypass happen. After it's bypassed, the next step, we have to go back outside and find the low point drains. Now, I have found my low point drains, which just happen to be screw-off caps. You remove the caps, and the water drains out. Some of them have a valve on the side that you just turn, a quarter turn to open. But after you get these open, then you need to go around and open up some of your sink valves in order to let air in to drain all the water. It's better to drain as much of the water out before you antifreeze. Mine has already been done. I have already gotten all the water out to save time for this video. So now I'm going to close these up. So we close up all those. Make sure all your valves are closed on your sinks. I have an outside sink. All the valves are closed. Now we have to go in and find where the water pump is for the fresh water system. Okay, in this unit you do have to remove 2 small Phillips screws in order to get this panel off. Take that back. There's 4 screws. That removes the panel. It's kind of hard to see, so I'm going to see if I can't turn on another light. One moment. Okay. In here, you will see that there is a bypass valve. Currently is running so that the water pump will suck from the freshwater tank and pump it through the system. You'll want to turn this so that it's going to this hose. So now it goes to this hose, which you would be putting into your jug of antifreeze in order to winterize, which we have a couple gallons of antifreeze here ready to go. You just take this hose and place it in the gallon of antifreeze, and then you just turn your water pump on the panel, and it will start sucking in the antifreeze and pressurizing the entire system. Now you go around and start opening all your valves, and you will get some water still coming out of the lines You get it till it turns pink. Then you can switch to the other one and make sure it turns pink. And you need to do this with every faucet in every area. The one thing that I do recommend, which I gotta get the light turned on here, is you take your shower and lay it in the bottom of your tub, pull your plunger, and then run your pink stuff through your shower head. Make sure you got it coming out both faucets and you've had it come out your shower head. That will keep you from replacing your shower head later on. Now that there's pink in it, it won't freeze and crack that plastic shower head. Now I have done everything except for the toilet, and that is now coming out pink. So that is now antifreezed. And we have used up our first gallon. So now I have to come back to the other room and pull that hose back out of that jug and add it into the next jug. Ugh. Now I have an outside kitchen. Make sure both of them have been antifreezed. And I also have an outside shower. Again, you want to make sure the shower head is open. And you run pink out of the shower head on both sides. Now the outside shower has been winterized. At this point, you now have winterized all your water lines. But the worst part that people forget is now that they've winterized that and they have run water through everything, is you now need to empty your system. The black tank isn't the biggest concern, but the gray tank, if you can see the front, well, if I get to the other side, if you can see where the valve is for the gray tank in this long pipe, you want to make sure that is completely empty after you're done winterizing. And it doesn't hurt that after you do winterize and you drain that valve, if you don't pour some more antifreeze down each one of the traps so that it does go in that tank and sit in that pipe. I have seen more of those cracked because people will pump the antifreeze through their tanks to winterize their camper, but they don't winterize their gray tanks. But as for this video, I believe we're pretty much done there. The only other thing that I do recommend on this video that some people don't think of, if I can get to it without running out of time, is a lot of people don't think about winterizing your freshwater intake. You just have to take the screen out that is in the end of it, and there's a small white plunger in the center. If you push that in, as you can see, now I just got pink to come back out that short line that goes to there, and then I can cap it. Usually when I'm all done winterizing, I shut the pump off and I drain the pressure off the system using the low point drains, which I will now shut the pump off and run back over here to the low point drains, because you will have some water flow into those. See, I just drained the pressure, the water, and a little bit of the pink stuff out. So now I know my low points. Take the other one off. I know the low point drains also have antifreeze and not water in them. A lot of people forget about these because they don't use them that much. But by having antifreeze down these tubes, these won't crack and break. So those are just a few tips and techniques that I use to winterize my camper. I hope it helps all you out so you get it winterized and don't have any surprises in the spring. Worst thing to do is turn water on and have things start spraying out where they shouldn't spray. Catch me on the next video. I hope to have more like this of tips and techniques for campers. Thanks.